Hello and welcome everyone. I hope you are having a wonderful evening, and I hope we can make it a little bit more wonderful even. We are here on Formula Racing League's YouTube channel for the 80 Minutes of Fuji event for the community fight between FRL and ACM, the Intercommunity LMU battle, as it is called in the title. And we are here at the end of qualifying, and the driver I've picked to give me a good onboard shot has immediately gone to the pits. So we're jumping over to Patrick Dane. I am Timo. I am going to be your commentator for tonight. It's the first time in like 4 years I've done this, so I'm very excited. And I'm also excited because of this event. It is going to be an 80-minute race, GT3 cars on LMU through the night of Fuji, and and as you can see, there's at least 2 corners that just do not have any lighting trackside, which is going to be great for a commentator. I love that. It's a community battle. Both leagues have, I think, at least like 15 drivers signed up, and Let me get this straight. I need to make sure. Okay, so the Lexus and the... Oh no. Oh no. Wait, which drivers are in which cars? So the Lexus is a FRL car, and then I think the... Oh no. The preparation. I knew there was one thing I forgot. If somebody can tell me for a moment, I'd be very grateful. Otherwise, I'll have to look it up on SimGrid. We're at the end of qualifying. I'm getting conflicting signals because Dean and Egg are both also racing in FRL. Yeah, anyways. What I'm getting at, 2 cars are run by one league, the other 2 are run by the other league at Fuji in the night, 80 minutes, one-stop race. Should be exciting, and at the end of qualifying we have the Mokoshkis in the Lexus. Well, it's a Lexus 1, 2 and 3, so I think that is good for FRL. I'm pretty sure it's good for FRL. At the end of qualifying. I need to figure out the camera controls. Give me a second. Is anyone still... No. Oh, it's the LMU thing where... Oh, it's not my bad. Because there's no one really on track. There's just Tom spinning around here. Glad I caught that. He's the only one who's still yet to complete this qualifying lap. Anyways, what I was trying to get at is... the top 3 are all in the Lexuses. We've got Tomasz Kiss, Tomasz Knopek. I'm very good at names that are not English or German. I can say them all. Then Adam Modan, who's an absolute menace. He's only in 3rd. Then we've got Patrick Dane for now. And that's going to be the end of qualifying. I hope we can get a 2nd on the grid so I can do a proper grid walk with lighting and everything. You know what? I'm using this time. To figure out which cars are which league. Because that's the one thing I didn't prepare for. Amazing. Okay. The Lamborghini and the Ford are the ACM cars, and the Lexus and the McLaren are the FRL cars. There you go. And I think the point is that this is supposed to celebrate the latest content drop on Le Mans Ultimate. Which of course includes, said Lexus and Lamborghini, so, you know, one of the new cars for each of the leagues, and that should be good. It's a fun idea, and it's great that we are at a point where we celebrate paid content drops on video games, because it's not self-explanatory that these games do not just crash and burn and take all your money with them. So, we're waiting for them to grid up. And then, well, we can, can I please get a shot where there's, oh my god. Like, I'm sorry, this is, I don't know if this is true to life, but the logistics at Virtual Fuji are horrible. The cameras for the grid are all placed behind pit boards, and between turns 2 and 5, there's no lighting. This is just trying to kill me. I am pretty sure. So anyways, we're getting on the grid. We've got Tomasz Kiss, who is a really fast driver in the GT3, in the Lexus. Then it is Tomasz Knopik, who hasn't gridded up yet, from Poland in second. Adam Modan is third. I only know these guys because they always beat the crap out of me in the FRL series. Patrick Dehn, another one, a fellow German. He is, I think, wait. No, he didn't win the Master Series, but he is really fast. Benjamin Eck then coming in also for FRL in the McLaren. Oh, and Dehn is running for ACM. That's why I got confused, because I also know him from FRL. Oh, we're already on the back straight. I thought there was gonna be some more time there. So what we're doing now is looking at the top of the grid. As soon as the green lights go out, Domokos gets to pull away and everyone else has to follow. This is a big grid, so I'm kind of expecting carnage, but you know, you can hope. Maybe there won't be any. Let's see what we get here with 3 Lexuses into turn 1, and this event is not go yet. Knopik, I think he jumped a little bit ahead there. It should still be legal. We see flashed lights. People are getting impatient, and I am too, because I want to see what is going on. And there's the green flags. We are racing here at Fuji, and the first Lambo is already pulling into the pit lane. Modan is right in the slipstream of the Mokosh Kiss. He's probably gonna have a look towards the inside. No, he slots in between the 2 guys from the front row. How far ahead has Knopik gone? Somehow Kiss looks like he's third in this gaggle of cars in Modan's round. That's horrible. Let's hope people can avoid him. Knopik is in the lead. Then it is Kiss. And where is Modan? He's dropped right to the back there. I don't quite know what happened, but it was a 3-mic moment, so I'm not really surprised that happened at all, if I'm completely honest. Now, after the dust settles, it looks like we just get the start order, except Knopik is in the lead now, and Modan is absolutely dead. Lunatic Braga is a great name. I hope your parents didn't actually call you that. And if not, I hope that name is at least inaccurate. Stephen Martin is in 6th, and it looks like, wait, has the rest gone cleanly? No, Adam is in 23rd. Also, these camera angles they're giving me some brain damage, man. Wait a second. Oh no. I didn't set the starting order. I'll have to do it now. Okay, we're figuring things out still. Knopik with a really good start. Like he got that one done well. Hung it round the outside, which is not a winning play. He didn't get significantly killed by Modan. And now on that first lap, his pace is already pretty good. So that is a gap. And, oh, is that Braga making a move? That is Braga making a move for 4th. So, despite the qualifying not looking too hot for ACM, there's a Lamborghini pulling alongside Benjamin Eck. Oh, he kind of half commits on that entry. Kind of glad he didn't get his nose chopped off. That could have gone pretty bad. But it does show us that he is looking for a move, the Austrian. Yep, I hope everything's good with the stream quality. I would say let me know if it isn't, but I also don't know what I could change about it at this point. Yeah. Right. And behind that we've got a... Yeah, we've got a pretty... What's the closest fight we've got? Well, I mean, Adam Sharp is pretty close to Vermeulen. I don't know how you say that. And apart from that, it's kind of settled in. There's it doesn't seem like we've got a hot war going on yet. But we'll see. I think Fuji gives plenty of overtaking space in theory. Gonna be very observant when it comes to the gap at the very front between Knopik and Kiss. And Dehn as well. But right now it looks like that gap is stretching a little bit. So it's 1.2 between Knopik and Kiss. And then another 1.1 between Kiss and Dehn. But Eck is looking racy, and behind him Braga as well. So I think these 3 are going to be who we will be with for the moment. I'm gonna check one thing. Can I put... Yeah, we're putting it on. We can put it on intervals. Positions gained lost is gonna be cursed because I pressed it too late. I think you need to manually do that after qualifying, set everyone's position so the game knows who gained and lost positions. But I didn't do that because it's my first time commentating on LMU. Vermeulen? I feel like that's one syllable too much, isn't it? Am I misreading? I mean, I don't know. My best practice in my time as a commentator has always been to just go with what I think is correct and make it be so aggressively, offensively wrong that the people would get in my DMs and send me a Google Translate audio bit that says their name, so I can get it right from there. And that's probably what I'm going for here. So we're staying with Vermeulen, and if that's wrong, that's on him to clear up. Thank you. Also, hello to everyone in chat, of course, which is where I got that message from. I always appreciate if there's an active chat, if people tell me who they root for, if they ask silly questions, say silly things, because it allows me to, I don't know, bounce off that and say some stuff. Oh, I think we might have some action here. That is in P11 with Baguet, making a move on the Lambo from, oh my god, Tirayo? And Hill is tucked in behind that, and now the Lamborghini gets that one wrong, drops another place, so that's 2 down for Tirayo. That's actually P20, so I think the overlay was wrong, or the in-game thing was wrong there for a moment. Benjamin Eck is having a look at Dane there, and gets a tight exit. Is that maybe the moment? I don't think so, because the next turn 3, Dane is going to have the inside. Braga is obviously, well, he's going to check out what's going to happen there. It's going to be very interested. Dane goes off the road, and that is what Braga was probably looking for. They're still side by side. There's a little bit of contact, and Dane goes round. That is horrible, and he didn't get collected. That's our second casualty out of the top 5 qualifiers. I hope he gets back on track properly. It looks like, I mean, I think he's getting back, but he's down in 10th now with absolutely cooked tires, and now Braga is the one who has to carry the torch for ACM with Dane around once more. Oh man, I mean, that's just not what you want to see. I don't think I have a replay tool. I'd love if I could have one, but I mean, that's tough to call. It's probably, I would assume that's a case of the car on the inside, like trying. Oh, Eck off track. The last podium place car goes a little bit off track there, but I don't think that cost him much time. Maybe got him. Whoa, no! It's not going well for ACM. You don't have a rear wing anymore, son. Please don't. Oh no. Oh god. Please don't kill yourself in the next corner. That is tragic. I mean, I knew that second spin was gonna happen 10 seconds ago, but not because, there's a, please rejoin the track properly, please head into the pit lane, thank you. I'm having fun. I don't know if Flint is having fun, Allinson's coming for him. This is a intra ACM fight, and I think Allinson wants to lead the charge into the top 10 here, going down the inside of his league mate. And I think he nailed that braking spot, absolutely. Yeah, Flint didn't put up too much of a fight either. Probably trying to play it safe this early into the race, because we can see what happens if you don't do that. You're here to root for all the Lamborghini. Oh, so you jinxed them. So it was you. That is, I am sorry for what you had to witness, because it is not looking good for them. We have, the tragedy of Patrick Dane, and ahead of him, Luca Mari is the other Lamborghini in the top 10, so we're running 8th and 9th. And, wait, what's her name? Noor. It's Dutch, I'm going with Noor. Is 7th. So ACM relegated from the top 6 positions, Noor heading the charge towards Adam Sharp in 6th. Did I just hear crunching? Please tell me I didn't hear crunching. I wish I didn't. It seems fine. Seems fine, we're good. Wait, did I miss something? Why is Eck in 7th? Wait, is that where the crunching came from? I'm so clueless, man. That's crazy. I think that's where the crunching came from. I swear I just said the top 6 are all FRL. But now it's the top 5, unless Egg can make that move and put himself back into the top 6. They probably had a spin there. Yeah, both leading. Oh, wait, I shouldn't read chat now, but Egg isn't close enough yet. Yeah, that is horrible, Harry. As in, like, I'm very sorry for everyone rooting for ACM. That's not what you wanna see. With what happened to Dane again, I think, yeah, Dane was in the long corner, and then oh god, I don't know these guys' names yet. Lunatic something. Oh, wait, is Zach actually making that stick? I don't think he is, which is why I'm not getting too excited. But now he's getting the cut back. It's interesting, you can run many different lines through there, and now Egg probably has the better exit. There's about a car length between those two. Can the McLaren have a look? I don't think he does. No, he doesn't. Okay. Okay. Oh, that didn't look good, though, from Noah. Maybe a lunge into these slow corners. I don't know what's possible. I have not raced this track in years, and definitely not in GT. So, we don't know. Well, I don't know. Punching isn't bad if you're eating crisps. That is true. It's, can be a very good sound, but it might be a bad sound if your driver just spun and crashed, and that's what you heard. I wonder if he's close enough now. It is a very long straight. I mean, that straight stretches as long as the entire... I mean, it's like... horizontally the entire track. We're tucked into slipstream. Can we make the move though? And by we I mean Benjamin Egg. I don't think so. Nope. For some reason I cannot go on board, which is annoying. I don't know why. It says it in the it says I can in the thing. The thing, you know? The thing. The overlay. But I can't. Like, if I press on board, nothing happens. Great. Love that. Love that for me. We are almost 20 minutes into this race. My voice is almost completely gone because I have been sick for like a week now. Let's see what fights we've got going on. I believe this Egg-Nor fight for P6 is the most relevant and closest fight on track right now. But we also have Jack Evans in the Lexus. Wait. The Lexus. Jack Evans is back. Jack Evans is back. I remember him getting the boot from the league for intentionally causing a collision in the nightclub series. But he also apologized very nicely, so maybe he's been let back. Which is nice to see. Had good experience with this guy on track, and let's hope that Mark Stewart will have a good experience with him on track as well, since they are tussling it out for 11th place right now. Mark with a very deep run into that corner. Evans setting up the line nicely. I wonder if he went a little too deep just for the good exit. No, he didn't. Stewart is wide already, so I think Evans gets that. If he doesn't, it's because of a lack of slipstream, but I think, no, he's got this. So up to 11th for him. Oh, jammer flip. Do I need to understand that? Who jammer flip? I don't know. Egg is still aggressively staring at the back of Noah. Which is understandable, because the rear of that Ford does look very inviting. I meant what I said. It seems like they're running the alternative lines in this corner combination every lap, and it doesn't. I don't think Egg's getting past, so you'll probably have to wait for a mistake or get more or be more committed into turn 1, because what I've seen from Egg so far into turn 1 has been rather timid, which is fine. I mean, we're 20 minutes into an 18-minute race. He can afford to be timid. There's so much time. I can guarantee you Noah will make another notable mistake in the next 61 minutes. Because he is, I assume, human. So it's not like he needs to get less timid into turn 1, but if he doesn't want to spend his entire race here, he'll need to probably go for a bit more of an aggressive send. We're gonna wait out if something happens here, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a status report at the end of lap 20. And no, not lap 20, minute 20, to see where everyone is, how it's developed, what fights are shaping up, if anyone is making their way up the order again. Yeah, this is not even remotely a move. So basically, okay, the status of the race. Tomasz Knoppek, I don't know what happened to him in qualifying compared to the race, but he seems to be a lot better in the race than in qualifying. In fact, let's have a look at the energy remaining. Can we have that? No? I guess we suffer. It's just telling me nothing. That's amazing. I love that. Love that for me. Great. Cool. Nope. Okay, we're not getting info. Sorry. Anyways, I don't know who has got how much VE. However, he's got a 7-second lead from Kiss, even though he out-qualified him. So that's a pretty impressive race pace, gotta say. And unless he's absolutely burning those tires, I think he's gonna be in good shape to just win this. Kiss also a little bit in the Shadow Realm, and I'm not just saying that because they do not apparently have streetlights in Fuji. I'm also saying that because he's got a 5-second gap behind him to Stephen Martin. He's trying to rid himself of Vermeulen. Took a wild stab at that one again. Then it's and this is developing into a nice three-way fight. We've been spending some time with them, but it is a McLaren Ford sandwich with Adam Sharp leading just Noor. Doesn't have his full name in there. So less for me to mispronounce. So anyways, Adam Sharp, which is a very un-Greek name, if I may say so. Adam Sharp. He's leading that three-way fight with Noor and Ek. Ek was a little bit up the order earlier, but has apparently caused some just off-screen crunching and lost places through that. So that is our fight for that. And now my voice is giving in. I have to drink something. I apologize. Okay. Also, if you hear any... Is Ek there? No. In terms of the audio, like, let me know if there's something, like, if you can hear mouse clicking, my chair squeaks like crazy, and if my voice is good and everything. Well, my voice is horrible because I've been sick. But if the sound quality is good, because this is my first broadcast in 3 years. So if there's anything not going well, tell me all about it. Yeah, jumping down further the order, we've got Marie in the Lamborghini, then Allinson, they are carrying the ACM torch along with Noor. Then Jules Flint, I don't know. I'm getting gaslit so much because there's so many people who have non-English flags whose names sound very British. Like, I mean, Flint does not sound French to me. I'm sorry, that does not sound French to me. Adam Sharp does not sound Greek to me. Is Jack Evans actually lining up for a move? Maybe we shouldn't cut away from that. And also, now that I'm at it, shout out to, unfortunately already lapped, Chris Jones, who is Polish, even though he's called Chris Jones. Thanks a lot for the kind words. Yeah, I've been at a festival last week, and I thought I'd escaped the flu, the common festival cold. And then, like, I drove home on Sunday, and on Friday I suddenly fall ill. I really thought I was out of the woods. But also I didn't leave my house between the festival and getting ill, so I must have caught that on the festival. I guess you just get punished for having fun in this world. What can you say? That's also my justification when I get reported for, I don't know, abusing track limits. I was just having fun, and now I'm getting reported and punished. Jack Evans, giving me the inspiration for that joke by driving off the track in 300R. Still looking to line up a move. One thing I'm kind of worried about is that I cannot see the corner cuts, and I don't think I have any way to track drive. Oh wow! That was and other manly noises. Jules Flint with a little bit of an oopsie moment there, and now Evans is going deep. What are they doing? I'm sorry, I'm not up to speed. What's going on? They're just letting each other past. Flint is now ahead again. I don't know what I've just witnessed, but I think we shouldn't judge. We should just sit and enjoy. And wonder what's gonna happen next as Evan sticks his nose down the inside into the final corner, gets alongside. We've seen that exact move work out earlier. Flint is giving so much space that he's driving on the grass with half his car. I think that's a little bit too timid, I say. Even though I'm an introvert and very shy, I would not give other people that much space. That's a little bit overdoing it. The Lambo does look kind of good on the straight though, considering his acceleration zone was spent in the grass. And now he's having a lunge towards the inside. Can Evans break late enough? Flint, does he commit? They are side by side. I think Evans carries the momentum needed, and now the next corner he's gonna have the inside line, so I think he's fine. And the last time we've seen a fight like this, they died in the next corner, so stay tuned. Stay tuned about what we're about to witness. I should probably close my window. I just realized I'm screaming out into the void, like the entire neighborhood. The entire neighborhood can hear this. The entire neighborhood should watch Formula Racing League on YouTube to experience prime sim racing experience. Okay, wait. Let me quickly close my window. Now I'm about to get cooked in this room because I don't have fresh air anymore. I live under the roof, and my entire, basically there's a triangle of glass towards the south in my room, so it gets hot in here. Like, I live in a Finnish sauna. I think I have 26 degrees right now. It's quite great. I love it. I love it. I pay a lot of rent. Mark Stewart is living rent-free in Patrick Dean's mirror. I still got it, man. I'm so good with words. He's living rent-free in Patrick Dean's mirror. Now, actually, wait, they probably traded position because Dean is on a recovery drive, and that is one we should be keeping close attention on. And I think we're about to see another move. That's two Belgians. Vincent Baguet drive. What? Why is he weaving? And Tom Brunel. They are side by side down the main straight, and I think Baguette has got that move because I think Tom just avoided the apex like crazy in the final corner. Tucked into the slipstream again. I don't think he's going to go for a similar lunge as Jules Flint did earlier. Yeah, I hope they do. I hope they do. This is for 14th. The two Belgians in the Lexus. Okay, I'm sorry. How am I supposed to not make light of the fact that his teammate is the Vincent Baguette team? Like, that's I read the name Baguette or something like that, and I just thought, I'm gonna have to try so hard to not just call him Baguette. And now it just says Vincent Baguette team there. How am I supposed to not make fun of this? It's, we're playing on hard mode. Anyways, the last fight on the lead lap that we've got is this one. It's Tirayo and Ribas. Javier Ribas, I think, is how you would. I don't know. I don't know Spanish. Donde está la biblioteca? And that's the extent of it. They are the last ones still on the lead lap because we have missed quite some carnage on the first lap. There's 10 guys still running a lap down. 4 of them already DNF'd. So Braga and Modan have retired from the session. We've also lost Craig Hill and Konstantin Buzas. Was also on the first lap. So yeah, I don't know. It was quite a chaotic first corner, and I honestly I can't say I'm getting on well with the camera controls yet. I feel like there's only like one camera angle. Oh, Ribas. That's not the track buddy. But maybe you're getting a cutback for that on Tirayo, who I assume from the flag is Indonesian? Because surely if you were from Monaco, you'd be rich enough to drive this car IRL right now. Naribas is tucked into the slipstream, and yes, we are watching a fight for P70. I do not care. We are watching this. It's also ACM internal fight, Ribas heading to the inside, and well, we'll have to make that work on the brakes, and oh, Tirayo just well, Tirayo completely broke himself. Probably got scared there, which is very understandable. But that's a way to make a move. It's probably the cleanest moves you can have. Yep, that's that resolved. Den is now knocking on the door at Jules Flint, which yeah, gives clarity from what I was talking about earlier, where I was wondering if Stuart or Den were ahead. But yeah, Den is on a recovery drive right now. And I think watching him is going to be one of the prime sources of entertainment in this race. We're going to see what he can do. He is a very quick driver. I know that. He races at Peugeot in the FRL Masters of LMU series. And I think he is a little bit faster than me. I'm not sure about that one. I'm quite amazing at talking dumb crap, not at racing. He's, yeah, I don't know. I think he's pretty good. I mean, his qualifying was pretty good. We'll go with that. His qualifying was good, then he had an unfortunate incident, and now he is trying to make up those places all over again. It's the German in the rearview mirror of the Frenchman, a tale as old as those countries are. He's getting really close now. I think he had a pretty good run through the hairpin there. Wait, can he make that stick on the outside? I wasn't even trying to get excited there because I thought there's no way. But he's actually... Wait. Can he make that work on the brakes? That is insane if he can, because Flint has got the inside. He's going to try and run in deep, but Den hangs on, and now the next one is going to be his. Flint leaves an excessive amount of space, and Den is up into 11th. That was brilliant. I didn't... Yeah, as I said, I wasn't even trying to get excited for that one because I thought, yeah, surely there's no way. But somehow, you know... Like, I don't know, okay. It's, I did not think that could turn into a move, but I was proven wrong, and that's giving me some hope for his recovery drive. Then the next driver up the road is Jack Evans. Wait, who was Evans fighting earlier? I swear Evans was fighting someone. Oh wait, Eck is, something's happened to Noor. That's an update. I missed that. Noor, who was carrying the torch for ACM, has wait. Huh? I'm so confused. There was I swear there was a fight on screen right now, and I. Oh my god, the camera. I'm having fun. What is going on? Ah, it's the lapped cars. That confused me. Okay. It's Sean Moody and Nadeshiko. Oh my god, that first name is incredible. Urias. That's 3 vowels in a row. What do you? That is 3 vowels in a row at the start of a word. What are you, French? So anyways, they're fighting it out for P21, and I respect the commitment. I don't like DNFing. So I respect it. If you're 2 laps down, you're still fighting. Tooth and nail. I can respect that. I swear I had some train of thought. Right, it was that Noor, carrying the torch for ACM, has dropped to 7th again, and he's quite off Eck and Sharp. Wait, and they've traded positions again, so Sharp has made a mistake. Eck is up to 5th, and we've missed it twice. He's just past Sharp, just when I wasn't looking, and Noor made some massive mistake because he is 6 or 7 seconds off now. Also, I need to mute myself to cough a little. Everything hurts. Okay. We're back. Brunel still, oh no. As soon as I got louder there, I immediately felt it again in my throat. Brunel is still close to Baguette. Oh no. I didn't want to call him Baguette. I think it's Baguette because it's like, it sounds like French, so you don't say the last thingy, so you say Baguette instead of Baguette. I'm gonna go with Baguette. He's still close to him. And I think they're both catching Stewart, so we've got a fight brewing for 13th. And also Jack Evans is now right on the back of Marie. The Brit. I mean, he's having quite a nice run up the order there. Let me check the places gained and lost statistic. Obviously, it's not accurate because I captured it after lap 1. So this is what's happened since lap 1. I mean, Chris Jones has gained a lot. Oh, no! Evans, well, he's not gonna get a glimpse of an overtake on this lap because that exit was quite bad. But yeah, so these are the position changes since lap 1. Keep that in mind. Right, so Baguette has, I mean, he's dug himself out of quite a hole in qualifying. Allenson has gained a lot of places. And that's, I mean, those two, and Chris Jones, I guess, are the ones that have made the biggest leaps. Brunel is still knocking on that door. The two Lexuses kind of inseparable. I was gonna say insufferable. But they're not my jokes, so they're not insufferable, they are inseparable. Yeah, I don't know, every time I watch him, I feel like every time I look at the timing board, it tells me that Tom is close up to, like, I don't know, 3/10. And then as soon as I watch him for half a lap, the gap grows again. So who's winning, FRL or ACM? I am very sorry to inform you, it is definitely FRL. I'm even going as far as to saying there's literally no chance in hell ACM does any damage here. And I'm just saying that because I really want the commentator's curse to hit FRL, so we can get a little bit of a closer fight. So that's why I'm reiterating, there is no chance FRL does not win this. I tempt fate. No chance. That is how it's going. Knopping, well, the Lexuses and the McLarens are the FRL cars, and the others, the Ford and the Lambo, are the ACM cars. So it's looking very, very, very good for FRL. Basically, to recap the race a little bit. Well, one of the FRL warriors from the top 3 in qualifying has died in turn 1 at a Modan, but then Patrick Dehn and I keep forgetting his name, Braga, Austrian driver for ACM, both in a Lambo. They've both had their fair share of incidents, and well, now the top 6 have been wiped of any ACM drivers. FRL's server must be rigged. That is true. He mind-controlled Patrick Dehn into losing the rear. That is true. I heard another crunch. There was a crunch there. You cannot tell me that you didn't hear a crunch. I'm sorry, someone just crashed and I don't know who. I mean, I think that just happens on LMU sometimes. See the thing at Harry, the thing is, I have not talked to the others about how, how much of a, how much I can swear and how much I can insult people. So I'm gonna hold back on making fun of that comment. I'm gonna hold back. Because, I mean, I don't want to seem biased. I mean, I'm not biased. I do not care about FRL, I just work here. some lights flashing. I actually, as we're watching Stephen Martin having some fun with Ribas, I'm wondering if blue flags... No, I'm not wondering. I'm pretty sure blue flags are a thing. I was wondering that already because of how Moody was... Yeah, Ribas is... now he's finally getting out of the way. I think he just equally caused both of them time loss. Anyways, yeah. So anyways, no, I genuinely don't know if I'm allowed to swear anything. Because, and also, I mean, in terms of insult, I was gonna look for some bad joke about after what I saw in Lab 1. I assume that's a running, like, I assume you've had to make that joke a lot. But I don't know if that flies. Because, I don't want to come across as mean-spirited. I'm just trying to be... What's the timing? Oh, I'm sorry. I am really sorry. Yeah, that is... thanks for reminding me of that. The intervals. That's the problem, because I cannot see the overlay. I've only got the control panel on my other screen. So I don't actually know what the overlay shows you, which means that I just completely forgot that. Thanks a lot for telling me. Marie is tucking in to the slipstream of Allenson. This is a ACM in-turn fight for P8. I think Evans is also closing in. They're all very far adrift from North, so I think this is gonna... I mean, I think whoever comes out on top of this fight probably stays here. So it's probably like they're gonna peak in P8 unless someone of the top 7 crashes, which can of course always happen. Okay. Yeah, I figured with the swearing because half the messages I'm trying to write on the FRL server, I have to rephrase them because I'm too much of a potty mouth. And that the word potty mouth I only have on my mind because on my like long time commentating gig on F1 game I had like 6 years ago, I was not able to say like anything that could be not family friendly, and it took some while to get used to that. But now I've got all sorts of substitute words, so I can still swear freely. Okay, but I have to say that it's bad, or well, I can't swear freely. I mean, I can say what I think. Also, thanks for giving me the feedback as a commentator. I assume I was just gonna vent that into the void of random drivers trying to watch back their races, and they're like, why is the commentator asking me if he can swear? So I actually appreciate you being there to clear that up for me. The slipstream does not appear to be very powerful, or Marie is not getting the proper runs out of the corner, because I've watched him tucked in multiple times now, and I don't really get excited, because I don't think he's getting the move done, and now he's letting Evans past? Has he got some drive-through or something? Why did he just do that? They're not even on the same team. Evans is an FRL driver, and Marie is an ACM driver, so I don't know why he just did that. But it happened, and now I wonder if Evans... Well, it's going to be interesting to see if Evans can clear that place. He's gained a lot of positions. Oh no! Oh no! That's amazing. I mean, I don't know Mr. Brown too much, so I don't know if it is... Jack! My god, I was late on the brakes. That gave me a scare. Because, I mean, Chris Jones reminds me a lot of the league host of the F1 league I used to commentate, and that guy gave me the potty mouth nickname. Now I'm just thinking it's like a council of like oldish league racing admins who are like convening and wondering how can we make our commentators not say swear words anymore, and they came up with calling them potty mouth. I quite like that thought. That is, I'm just gonna assume that's real now because it would be really funny. Yeah, I'm worried. I hope I haven't said anything wrong in the past 40 minutes, because I have not been paying too much attention to it, and I do swear a lot. Just in like casual speech. So I hope I was all right there. Oh wait, there's a dead person. We just watched someone die. Nadeshiko in the Iron Dames Lamborghini has, well, he's spun around out of turn 1, 2. It's turn 1 and 2 at the same time. He's just spun out of that. And Jack Evans is still trying to set up. I mean, I don't know Fuji really as a track, but it seems really interesting that through that very long right-hander, you can drive these different lines, and now Evans is looking to make that move stick around the outside, which I think it was Eck has figured, or Dean, it was Dean, has managed earlier in this race. Oh! Wait, did he just hit him? I was looking at my second screen, suddenly I hear crunching and I thought there was a collision. I hope I didn't give anyone an earache there. And now Evans, I'm sure you get a pen or you get a warning for that, because he just plain cut across that corner. Didn't get him much time though. Hope I didn't. What do you mean? How is that something wrong? That's just true. That is not a matter of interpretation. Can I not say the word dead? Oh no. I'm gonna have to sanitize. I'm gonna have to, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to drink like a liter of sanitizer before the race. Marie now looking to make good, looking to walk back the decision he made earlier to let Evans past as he pulls alongside. Huh? Why is he tucking it in? What is he doing? That is mysterious. I need to know. Why is he doing that? And now Evans gets it wrong on throttle. Dean is already looking threatening in the mirror. I think it was 6 seconds back when we last checked him, and now he's right there. So he's gained a lot of time. Looking to probably get into the top 8. Oh, okay, the timing. Okay. I thought I cannot say that someone's died. That would have... The woke cancel culture snowflake. I'm not allowed to. They are censoring me. I'm kidding. I am kidding. Me citing the First Amendment of the United States because I want to swear in the racing league. Oh wait, Dean is already past Marie. I don't understand what Marie is doing. I'm not trying to like be I'm not trying to badger him too much, but he's let Evans past, then he's getting a free overtake on Evans and just lets off on the straight, and now he's letting Dean past. I get why he's letting Dean past, because they are teammates and Dean is very quick. So I understand that decision, but why are you not racing? Like, I want to see you fight. Evans looking to close the gap on Allenson again, while Dean is in the mirror. And I've got to say, like, Dean in the mirror is a very scary thing. The only consolation there is that you probably won't have him in your mirror for long. Gotta look at the bright side. By the way, the only fight brewing further up than what we're currently watching is Vermeulen is 1.7 seconds behind Stephen Martin, and I think that has not changed in a while, but that is a gap that could, like, as soon as it gets to pit stops, that gap could be relevant, because it's easy to lose like a second or two on pit entry, on parking your car like your grandmother. You know, those are the things, or maybe you don't cut it as close on VE as someone else, so should keep an eye on that. Stephen Martin is currently ahead of Rudy Vermeulen, and if that changes, I will remember to commentate on it. Oh no! Ribas is deceased. See, I'm getting around the use of the word dead. He is deceased. He spun there. Oh no, don't do it again! Okay, I thought for a second that curb was gonna... I thought for a second that Curb was gonna take him on the rodeo, but it didn't. And now these three are really close. And actually, I mean, I wonder, maybe Dane can make it work on the brakes. I don't know how the Lambo is in this game, if it has really good brakes. I remember my time on iRacing that you could outbrake someone with the Lamborghini, and that is what Dane is looking to do. He does not, well, he's somehow using the slipstream, even though Evans himself has got slipstream, and he's not, okay, he's not going for it yet. So, I mean, that's giving me a good vibe, because I think had he sent that, he would have come across as impatient to me. But this just gives me a good vibe of a racer who knows how to evaluate risks, because that move would have been stupid. I think, yeah, I think it's, I think that was the right call, and in the background, I believe we've seen some pit stops, some switching to the pit stop overlay, and I'm praying that I'm not forgetting it this time. Yeah. Well, it's no one out of the top 17 yet. So I think we can like rest assured that it's fine. Actually, let me try something. I wanna see something. I'm trying the auto cycle on the HUD. See if that works. And Dane is just waiting for this back straight that we're coming up to now. Oh, not back straight, it's the main straight. Allinson with a little bit of a wiggle on the rear of his car, slide oversteer. Now Evans, I mean, I think Evans' best shot at avoiding avoiding dropping to 10th is overtaking Allinson before Dane attacks him. And honestly, that was a good run, so he could try and do that. He is in the slipstream, but I've commented on how I feel like it's not doing a lot for anyone in these GT3 cars. Evans picking the outside. Allinson, honestly, nice defensive line. Maybe on the cutback. Dane was not close enough this lap, but I believe the Ford's gone deep there. He's gone very deep. Allinson's gonna drop to 10th probably as he rejoins the track right ahead of Dane, who is just waiting like a shark, sensing blood in the water. Allinson on the apex blocks Dane to get a sweeping run through into 300R. Now Dane on the outside has to go the long way. He's gonna conserve and build up some speed, but he's not gonna get close on that wide line, maybe with a lunge into the hairpin, and that is not what he's looking to do, because he is a sensible racer, by the looks of things. That's, well, Evans has given himself some space now, because Allinson will tank the aggression from Dane for the moment. Also, while this is happening, I hate to cut away from it, but I'm going to cut away from it because Stephen Martin and Rudi Vermeulen are very close. They are within a second now, just as I click on them. I think Vermeulen had a bad exit, so nothing's happening yet. But that is brewing, as I've outlined earlier already. Nadine, yeah, I mean, this move is just, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when, if we are honest. No disrespect to Allinson, but Dane had a good qualifying. He might have cooked his tires when he spun, but now he is on a charge. He has already reached the top 10, but the Ford is the next in his sight. He's going to attempt it this lap. I assume, though, that gap might be a little bit too big, and he's shown some restraint in the braking zones earlier, so I don't think it's happening yet. I was hyping him up a little bit too much there. Allinson still feels the need to drive a conservative line there, making sure he is not getting overtaken. The auto cycle is not. Oh. No, how does this work? We're not auto cycling. Who cares? It's fine. Sorry for the quick. Changes on the overlay. We're still figuring things out, but I think Dane... No. I also respect that he didn't send that. I think it would have been hard. But probably, I mean, at this point, he has to do something. He's already pulled off a really impressive move out of this corner here. Wait, I had a track map. I printed a track map before this. Let me get it. So I can know it. So I can pretend to be smart and say all the corner names. Let me get this. We are heading into the 13th corner. And Dane is still... What I was getting at, I think Dane's Kinda needs to speed it up now and not like that. He just ran into the back of Allenson. He's gonna be happy if he didn't take damage. He's flashing his... No, he's not flashing his lights. He's driving past scaffolding. What I'm saying is, he has shown restraint. I feel like it's time to let go. He kinda has to go for it at some point now. Because he is clearly faster than Allenson. There's no question about that. But he's failed to make that move yet. And, I mean, putting some respect on Allenson's name, he has done good defensive driving against Dane, but he's also, like 2 laps earlier, completely faltered in in the mission of defending from... oh, wait, there's... Oh! That was spicy. We just cut to Vermeulen and Martin, because I saw them within... like 5/10, and there was a spicy moment in traffic with an Italian Lexus there. Yeah, and that is the fight for the last podium position. We should absolutely keep track of that. Though for the moment... Wait! Marie is ahead of Dane. How did that happen? Wait, Dane lost 10 seconds. I swear, these are paid actors. I can't take it anymore. I cut away from... I watched you for 7 laps. I cut away once, and you make another mistake. So now Dane has to do a whole new recovery drive, and we're 25 minutes from the end, and that was a pit stop from Steven Martin, I'm pretty sure. Yup. So that means we're now going to go to the number of stops for the next few minutes, so we... have a better idea what's going on there. Just 25 minutes remaining in this race, my god. Somehow that's gone by in a flash. But only because I like listening to myself. So I've been entertained. Nico! Nico! We are back! We are so back! Hello, Nico. So, what I was saying before that moment is that Patrick Dane, who now heads into the pit lane, has kind of choked it twice. He's shown some restraint on the side-by-sides, but 2 pretty crucial mistakes mean that he has to go into another recovery drive now and probably is barely gonna make the top 10. I don't even know. I don't know if he's... I don't think... No one's gonna take tires. Surely not. I don't think anyone's taking tires. So, with that in mind, he's gonna have absolute flat spotted... Like, he's gonna drive on Minecraft tires. And now, Vermeulen... with the overcut on his teammate, who's it? Stephen Martin. Is gonna stay at 2 laps more than him. I'm curious. I mean, the overcut should be better in these because I don't think there's a tire change, and even if there was, the tires would be cold. So I think overcutting is good. And right now Vermeulen is overcutting everyone as Demokas Kiss and Tomasz Knopek both go into the pit lane as well. Benjamin Eck is in there too. Haven't talked about him in a while, which is a good sign because he's just driving a calm and competent race. Adam Sharp in the pit lane too. So it seems like Vermeulen has just squeezed more running time out of this tank of fuel than anyone else, and maybe is going to get rewarded with the undercut on Stephen Martin, which would be great. It's for podium position. But now Moody, I hope Sean does not get in his way. Good. Through the hairpin. Also, I want to issue a correction. Luckily, probably no one listened to the yapping. I've been calling 100R 300R all this time. 100R is the one between turn 4 and 5, between Coca-Cola corner and the hairpin, and 300R is the wider one that Vermeulen just drove through into the Dunlop hairpin, or chicane, more like a chicane. We have Suzuka's Dunlop chicane at home. Suzuka's Dunlop chicane at home. Fuji's Dunlop chicane. Surely he's going to the pits now. If not, then he would probably run out of fuel. Please don't outbrake yourself on the pit entry. I would I would appreciate if you don't do that. And then we're gonna see where Stephen Martin is in relationship to that. Also, Allinson. Wait. Why is Knoppik behind Kiss? I didn't even pay attention to these two. Why is Kiss ahead? He's in the net leader of the race. Kiss is in the net leader of the race. He was slower all the way through. Knoppik was definitely the faster driver, but somehow out of the pit stop circus, now we've got Tomasz Knoppik behind, and that is going to be so exciting because we've got 20 minutes to go, and the faster driver is closing in on the leader of the race. Knoppik has led every lap up until the pit stops, and now it's changed around for some reason. I don't know why. I don't care too much. I just want to know how this is resolved. But before that, let's see if Martin got overcut by Vermeulen. He's heading down the main straight, and there is Vermeulen. It's gonna be really close, I think. Hard to get both into one shot, so it's just gonna be left up to guessing. We're not getting both in the same shot. Where are they? Oh, he's not getting the overcut. Vermeulen was not quick enough, I guess, on his outlaps, or he got held up by Moody or something. I'm not sure why, but he stays in fourth. So our entertainment has to come from those two up front. Tomasz Knoppik, the undisputed fastest driver up until this moment, and Domokos Kiss. Two names which I cannot pronunciate properly. 2 seconds separated, and I'm giving Knoppik 5 to 10 minutes to be right up the gearbox of Domokos, and then I want to see some fireworks to end this off. I mean, we are in the dead of night here in Fuji, so some fireworks would be really good to illuminate the track, as I can barely see what's going on. Hell yeah. Please, someone give Fuji some lights. Like, we're driving through the Shadow Realm. Driving through Mordekaiser Ultimate. It's already down to 1.8. Let's check the third sector times. Yeah, let's check the sector split. It's a 37.7 and against 37.4, so that's 2.5 tenths just in the final sector for Knoppik. Surely he's going to close that gap, and then we are going to have a brilliant fight towards the end between the two standard drivers of this race. Also, Dane is on the back of Jules Flint once more. Dispatched of him earlier, I think around the outside on 300R, but not this time. Let's hope he doesn't get tangled up again. It's down to 13th. Where can he realistically? I think it's gonna be 12th. I don't see a world where Flint can hold him back for the entire race. I honestly don't think he's gonna hold him back until the end of next lap. So that then surely means that Dane is gonna have to try and get into that 10-second gap to Mark Stewart in 11th, and I just don't think that's happening. He's taking a really deep line into the final corner here. To get the exit, and I think he's done just that. Stewart, wait. Oh, wait, Stewart is right here. My interval was lying to me. Why was my interval lying? We've got a fighting group for P11, but right now, for the moment, Patrick Dane is just gonna get the move into 12. Got that wrapped up, just as expected. Flint breaks in time. The Greek guy in the background just scared me. I thought he was gonna run into Flint. Doesn't, though. So now Dane is on the back of Stewart. And Domokos is not having a good time. He's lost so much time. Knoppik is already there. I gave him 5 to 10 minutes. He's done it in 3. He is right there. This is gonna be our fight for the win of this great event. You can see the burning brake discs in the night of Japan. And the Hungarian has a rearview mirror full of Lexus, and I'm not saying that because of Stu Rogers, who very nicely went out of the way there, being a lap down. How does Knoppik approach this? Does he just do it on the first chance? He goes round the asset in 100R and he's just got the move done. That's almost anticlimactic by how easy he made that look. Can the Mokash counter though? He's probably gonna later Apex maybe with a send into Dunlop, but I don't really think that's happening. I don't think that's happening. Knoppik he's just arrived and he's wrapped up the win within one corner. That is incredible. I mean, that's what you wanna. Well, okay, no, that's not what you wanna see. I wanted to see a mudslinging contest of 17 minutes, but I'll also take brilliant overtaking and very competent driving by the pole. Honestly, very impressive. I can't even tell if that was because Dirk Bokash was being slow or if Knoppik is just God. Maybe it's a mix of both. But also, if the Mokash is slow, then what is the rest of the grid? Because he is clearly the second fastest in this race. And to overtake him like that, impressive. I'm really impressed by this guy. I don't know what happened in the pit stops, but if pit stops are his only problem, I think he's a powerhouse. Because that should be fixable. At least in endurance races, when you can assign someone else to be a pit engineer. Man, I was hyping up that fight because I really thought it was gonna burn for a little bit. I wanted to let it simmer, and then it just ends immediately because he just gets that big of a run. I need to drink water. We're back to the gaps, by the way, I just realized again. We're down to 14 drivers on the lead lap. As Salmas gets lapped by Allenson. Doesn't Salmas just mean you want more salt? Wait, who's in the wall there? Don't know who it was. Dean is in the meantime gone past Stewart, and the fight is back to Stewart and Flint for 12. I apologize for being a little bit quiet. I feel like I've talked non-stop. Like I feel my throat feels like I have said a 65-minute long sentence. Okay, that was that. My god. I can tell I'm not healthy yet. Oh, Nadeshiko is trying to unlap himself? Can he do that? I would be upset if I was Flint. Like, sure, he made a mistake and gave an opening, but oh no, and they are under watch from the league admin. Chris Jones is watching Nadeshiko trying to unlap himself here. Despite being 2 laps down, and he is making Flint fight for it, which I can't imagine Flint is happy about. I mean, that might be a ticket, I don't know. Sure you can unlap yourself, but you kind of have to do it in a way where the other person is not upset with you. Also, one thing I have unfortunately completely missed is that Vermeulen has gone past Martin, as Martin makes another mistake there. And I don't know why. Seems like Martin is struggling a lot. Like, if I look at his times now, kind of not having a good time. That last lap was pretty terrible. But, yeah, he's lost the podium place, and unfortunately I didn't catch it. It's kind of annoying. After the pit stops, he was like 2 seconds clear of Rudy. But now he's down in 4th. I apologize for missing that, but, yeah. I don't know. I think, I mean, honestly, it might just be tires, because he's already dropped 5 seconds off after being in front for an hour. So that could just be tires. Maybe he's had more mistakes. And in this game, the mistakes really do compound. Like, you get a flat spot, or you ruin your tires in some other way. You are going to feel that. Your wheel is going to vibrate, and you just become slow. Which is, I mean, it's infuriating, but endurance racing is infuriating. So it's good that it's in the game. I want that. I want when my teammates wake up at 6 a.m. after I've driven my 24 hours of Le Mans night shift, I want them to ask me, why did you just drive 1 second off the pace for 3 stints? And then I'll gladly tell them I locked up once 3 hours ago. That's why I'm slow. I love that. That's the stuff I'm here for. And also, if I ever give my teammates the car without changing tires, I'm gonna lock up into the pit lane to make sure they do bad times so I look better. Because that's what a good teammate does. I'm preparing the tires. Why are you complaining? I thought of you. There's a bunch of narcissists on the track, by the way. Like 80% of teams are just called driver name team. All very full of yourselves. I just felt I should point it out. I felt you deserve to know. Also, Brunel has come out on top in the fight with Baguet. I don't know why, but that is true. And Flint back on the back of Stewart. Amazing sentence. I am playing with words, and the words are winning. And I don't know if that slipstream is anything to get excited by. I've fallen for that multiple times, but maybe, just maybe Flint is gonna get that. He looks quite close. He's still tucked in, though. Does he go for that? I think he might well... No. Okay. Okay, then. I guess you don't want to entertain me then. Okay, I'll take it personal. I'll remember this. Give me an overtake. No, actually, wait. No, actually, he's got my back because he's drawing out this fight, so I've got something to show the viewers for longer. Thank you, Jules. Very considerate of you. But I think now he's going to do it. Oh wow! You didn't need to crash into each other for that one. But it was a good move until you crashed. And Nadeshiko is very... Why do I say... Oh my god. How are you colliding again there? I didn't think that move was on. Yeah, those two are not being very careful. Now Stewart with a bit of a wiggle, and now it's... Oh, you can't do that! Oh no, the lap car is just driven into Stewart. Surely Stewart is livid with that, and rightfully so. I don't think that flies. That needs to be at least a smack on the wrist. That is... You have to feel like a school kid in 1930 after that. As he tries to overtake the second driver on the lead lap. Yeah, buddy, I don't know about that. I don't think you are clearly faster. I don't even think you're fast enough to be ahead into turn 1. So, maybe. No, okay. You should like opt out and not drive into Stewart's face. Please don't. I'm growing I'm having secondhand frustration for Stewart's sake here. That's not cool. Like Nadeshiko has to get out of the way there. Nadeshiko? He has to get out of the way. I'm sorry, but like, blue flags are a thing, and you've demonstrated that you are not able to drive ahead without costing the others time and nerves. And like Stuart, I'm sure would like to fight back right now, but he just legitimately can't because you're in the way. And that's not cool. Also, Knoppig is coming up to those guys. Oh god. Well, Stuart is probably recording this, and then he's gonna send a passive-aggressive link to Nadesico after the race, telling him, hey, this is how you deal with blue flags. And let's see how Nadesico deals with blue flags, considering it is the leader in his mirrors now. I don't think he's aware of the blue flags. I don't think he is aware. That's amazing. I love that. Cool. Oh my god. Very nice move from Knoppig, but he shouldn't need to make that move. That was a good move though. Stuart is, well, he's completely fallen off the back now. Maybe he can get Flint if Flint loses time for letting Knoppig and letting Knoppig past. Hopefully he doesn't let Nadesico past. But yeah, I'm not happy with the Greek Lamborghini in this case. I don't think that's cool. How was he called again? Eurias? Oh my god. Flint, please don't get... Flint, Jules, you're going on the naughty list! Just had a collision with the leader. Can you not take out the leader on lapping, please? He's literally a lap ahead of you. There's 5 minutes to go. If you think this fight does anything for you, you are sorely mistaken. That is not a good look. I feel like there's a thing in sports car racing where you just assume there's no blue flags, but I'm pretty sure FRL specifically runs everything with blue flags. So maybe you need to, like, I don't know, put more of an emphasis on that in the driver's briefing. Though I think you should be able to expect people to read. And now after all of the crap that Stuart has had to take from lapped people, we now see the consequence of that, and that is that Tom Brunel has overtaken him, and Stuart is now in 14th. I'd be furious. I would be fuming. And I'm sure he is, considering by how he's been flashing his lights. I mean, it's nice for Tom. He's up to 13th. He's also let Baguet completely in the dust. There's no comparison there. Wonder if they can maybe even make a move for Flint for P12 towards the end of this. Let's see. I'm kind of just... I mean, I don't want to watch a fight between P12 and P19. I'm fine. I'd gladly watch them both fight with someone who was on their lap, because I think that's entertaining. But I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch this. But I'm also curious if we see drama. Noor has been in kind of a... Wait, Eck has dropped a position. Eck was in 6th once upon a time. So Noor, spearheading ACM, is in P6 now again. So Eck must have made another mistake, or maybe that came with the pit stops. I'm not sure about that, unfortunately didn't catch that. Also, wait, Marie is on the back of Allenson, so something's happened there because they were quite apart. Just a bit back, so I guess we're getting a fight for P9 here. Within the ranks of ACM. I didn't forget the name there. Totally didn't. No. Would never. I can't talk in that voice for much longer because I'm gonna have to cough really bad. Oh no. Well, sets up Alonson nicely here. I feel like Marie, I've seen him give a lot of space. And maybe it's a bit too much. Because he's run himself very wide for 300R, and it's actually 300R this time. I think he's run himself wide there, and that need to stay tighter there if you want to make that move. But it's not easy. I mean, it's also not easy because you can't always trust the guy on the inside to, you know, stick it onto the apex, stick it onto the curbing, and then if they go deep, they run into you. And I think that was I think that was the initial crash from Dane. Like how Dane qualified very far up in the top 5, and he crashed out, and I'm pretty sure that was because he was trying to be on the inside in a long corner and then, you know, understood off the apex. So that is certainly something that can happen. So I guess it's fine that Marie leaves that space to avoid that, but still, like, yeah, that can cost you chances at an overtake. And Alonson picks his line wisely. You've seen him do this all race. The crack in his defense has been completely missing turn 1, and yeah, Marie's gonna have to look for that to happen again. Depending on where Knoppek is on the track right now, these might already be on their last laps. Let's see what... Oh, wait. Okay, we're definitely getting another one. Let's jump back to that fight. Oh, did they just make contact there? I think Marie tried to cut it closer this time and immediately makes contact. He's got this lap and then another one. As Knoppek is just... He's probably running through turn 3-4 right now. So Marie and Alonson running through 300R. We've seen that earlier, and I mean Alonson just expertly covers the inside in every braking zone, and I wonder if Luca will get impatient with that. And well, it's not even impatience, he's running out of time. He's just plain running out of time. He probably has to go for some unexpected lunge, maybe through 13 or 14. These corners here, maybe into the final corner, which is by the way called Panasonic, so I didn't print those corner names for nothing. But yeah, I don't know if that's happening. Don't think it is. Well, we'll have to see what they do into turn 1, but we'll also have to see where Knoppek is. He's in the final sector. Oh, and just runs off track for last time there. I don't think Marie is close enough. So, maybe he's slipstreaming. He's got like 5 kph on him. I don't think he's making that move though. And in the background, you can see Tomasz Knoppek with... Well, without much fanfare, he's been completely dominant in this race, and he comes across the line to win it. He has only cracked when he's gone into the pit lane and lost the position to Domokosh and immediately retaken that. What a drive from him. Deserved winner by 13 seconds. Could have won by a lot more if those pit stops hadn't happened. Domokosh Kiss is in second as we see some rat guys fighting it out there. Then Rudy Vermeulen is gonna come third, sneaks onto the podium after something happened to Stephen Martin, which we unfortunately miss. Then it's gonna be Martin in fourth. And can Marie pull that move on the last lap? Surely this is the last overtaking spot. I mean, he has to send it into Dunlop if he wants that P9, but I don't think it's happening. I think this is just one of those moments you can't will your way around physics. I don't think it is physically possible for him to get it done there, and now he's practically shoving Alonson through the corner here. Martin comes fourth, Sharp is fifth, so it is a top 5, all for FRL. P6 is Nor, 7th is Evans, 7th is Eck, 8th is Evans, and P9 and 10 are on screen right now, Alonson and Marie, and I don't think Marie has a chance of getting that. Oh, we are getting a drag race to the finish because he's gotten a lot better exit. Is he going to make that move? That is really exciting for P9. Who's getting the move? I think it is Marie, and across the line, he sneaks it. P9 for the Italian from the Brit. That is really frustrated from Alonson. Poor Joe has been really good at defending, and then he slips out of the final corner in a car with traction control and loses the place. That is really frustrating, but gives us the closest finish of the race, and a very close one at that for P9. Dane is 11th after 2 attempted recovery drives, and then Flint is in the pit lane, but Oh, yeah. 12th is Flint, 13th is Brunel, Stuart 14th, Bagay 15th, Salma's 16th, Chris Jones is 17th, Javier Ribas is 18th, and our non-finishers are quite some. It is Grunsky, Volny, Tirayo, Craig Hill, Adam Modan, Braga, and Konstantin Bozas, and that is your special event. That is the FRL versus ACM clash, and I mean, it's very uncontroversial, even though the point scoring system is complete carnage. It is very safe to say that FRL absolutely dominated that. Still, we saw some really good racing down the grid, and like comparing two leagues is always difficult. And if you want to help ACM, you should join them. You should just race there, and then in the next event you can take the ego of FRL down a peg. Wouldn't that be nice? Could do that. I think that's about it. I think that's everything. Congratulations to FRL. Thanks a lot for, to ACM for joining us in this event. And also, again, thanks to FRL for allowing me to commentate. And thanks to Vodafone for fixing my low blood pressure by making me go into a frenzied rage for like 80 minutes before this race, because the internet is horrible and Germany is a third world country. I know no one asked, but that's fine. I needed to get that off my chest. I hope I'll get you all to have to listen to my voice again in the future. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you'll voluntarily listen to my voice in the future again. I have been Timo, and this has been a very fun event. I hope every one of you has a nice evening, night, and weekend. Rest of the week. See you soon.